What's happening, guys? Today I got 3 easy tips that you can use to help trick your body into burning more fat. So if you're interested in losing some weight, stick around for the rest of the video. So the first tip is called the 5-minute rule, and this one's especially good for people if you're hanging out at home and you tend to snack a lot. So what you have to do, anytime you want to eat something, you got to get up, have a tall glass of water, and then come back in 5 minutes if you're still hungry. And what this is going to cut down on is people who confuse hunger and thirst. Okay, you're just cutting down on those snacks. Plus, if you have a meal and you have a glass of water, it's going to fill you up that little bit more, and then you're less likely to snack afterwards. And this is just cutting down very little on those extra snacks and those extra calories. Not to mention that most people don't drink enough water, so this is a really easy way for you to get a bit more water into your diet. The next rule is called late night low carbs. Now, this doesn't mean you have to be on some crazy diet where all you eat is chicken salad, okay? But what we want to do is have a little bit less carbs in the evening, and especially cut down on those high GI foods. And what's that? That's your refined sugars. That comes in your ice cream, your cake, your cookies, your chocolate, all right? All those real sweets that are classic desserts, but they're the things we want to avoid or at least cut down on. So let's take a classic example. Let's take the late night Macca's run, okay? It's 9 o'clock at night. You don't want to start cooking dinner, so you're on your way home and you pick up some Macca's. What are you going to order? Large fries, Big Mac, and a large Coke, all right? So the worst of those 3 things is the large Coke, believe it or not. That has so much sugar in it and it doesn't really fill you up. And if you go back to your 5-minute rule, so if you are thirsty, have that glass of water, then drive to Macca's, all right? I would rather you get large fries and 2 burgers than get the 1 burger and the drink, okay? The burger, at least, it has some protein. Yes, it's got a bit of fat, and yes, it's got some carbs, but it has not got that refined sugar that that drink is. The drink is the worst thing for your diet, and late at night, when you go to sleep, all that sugar is just gonna go and turn to fat, all right? So think about lowering your carbs a little bit, and especially lowering those sugars that you're having late at night. Third tip is called kick it up a notch, and this one really refers to your training, the kind of exercise you're doing. I don't want you to think about training for longer and trying to do more. I want you to train higher intensity for the amount of training you're doing. This might be a little bit less rest between sets, or trying to get in some extra reps in the amount of time that you're training, all right? Just working harder for the same amount of time. Now, if we're talking about a classic cardio workout, let's say you're on the treadmill for 30 minutes and you're just jogging the whole time. You're just jogging at a casual pace for 30 minutes. What I want you to do, every 5 minutes for just 20 seconds, I want you to kick it up a notch to maybe a fast jog or even a run. It's only 20 seconds, all right? So you get a little bit out of breath, and then you have the next 5 minutes to catch your breath, all right? You catch your breath, you go back to jogging. And then again, you kick it up a notch, and for 20 seconds, you go to that run. So you do that for that entire 30 minutes. Every 5 minutes, you just kick it up a notch for about 20 seconds. You're gonna see some massive results from this. Rather than just training steady, you're doing a couple of intervals where you're kicking it up a notch, you're really getting out of breath. This is where you're going to burn some fat. And same with if you're lifting weights, rather than going for longer, you want to go a little bit higher intensity, shorter breaks, and this is where your body after that session is going to burn more fats to replenish all that energy that you put out during the session, okay? And the best thing about these 3 tips is they're easy to do and they won't cost you a cent. So you're drinking water before you're eating, you're having low carbs late at night, and you're training, you're just kicking it up a notch, all right? Use these 3 things and you'll definitely be able to trick your body into burning more fat. You'll feel good and look good. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. We'll see you in the next one.